Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long was 1975. Using words on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long was 1975.
Hey YouTube, Blondboys Post 1975 and welcome to another Fat Friday video. Series of videos where I take a look at some of the more interesting things you can find to eat in the high street. And would you look at this, I said I wasn't going to do one this week because it's Christmas Eve. Only it's not Christmas Eve. Real me right now is doing festive things, and cramming in probably more versions of A Christmas Carol before it's Christmas. Watching Christmas stuff after Christmas feels like you're committing some sort of cardinal sin. However, right now, right here, me, that was awkward, is filming this on a Wednesday. So let's have a look at what I've got to eat on this festive Christmas Eve, kinda, Fat Friday video. I've got a couple of things. Both of these have been knocking around. One of them in my fridge. Since the start of December, and you will know what it is if you saw it on Facebook, because I completely and utterly forgot I had this, which is a shame because it has potential. And the other one's been knocking around in my freezer since the start of December. So let's have a look at the first thing. The first thing is cheese. We all love cheese, don't we? Because cheese is fantastic. Well, I got from ASDA as part of their Christmas range of products for £1. ASDA Bruce, the Brussels sprout cheddar. Take a look at that bad boy. So basically, it's Brussels sprout flavoured cheese. They have Bruce, the Brussels sprouts. I don't know. He's adorning another product, which is Brussels sprout ice cream, which I was all over and I bought. Turns out it's just coloured like, well, there's basically green in it, and it's not got any essence of Brussels sprout flavouring whatsoever in it, which you're probably thinking sounds utterly disgusting. But the point being, I'm pretty sure if they actually went the full route with it and put Brussels sprout flavour in it, because it's such a gimmick, even those people who didn't like Brussels sprout would have bought it as a joke, for Christmas. So, yeah, failure there, Asda, failure. It's still in the freezer. I haven't touched it. The minute I read the ingredients, found out there's no Brussels sprouts in it, I kind of lost my interest in eating it. But, supposedly, I'll read the instructions to double check. There are Brussels sprout flavours of sorts in here. Mild cheddar cheese, blended with Brussels sprouts, ketchup. Can you read that? Blended with Brussels sprout ketchup. Okay, so apparently Brussels sprout ketchup is a thing, which I would be all over. For the record, right, two things. One, how can you mature cheese for like a year, but then it's only got a shelf life of a month? And two, Brussels sprout ketchup. All over that. Three, almost lost my tangent there. I love Brussels sprouts. I know they're not everyone's cup of tea, but I absolutely love and adore Brussels sprouts. They're utterly fantastic. Thanks God. Also, a couple of years ago, Iceland did Brussels sprouts in butter and Marmite. And we had that for Christmas, and they were utterly fantastic. But then they discontinued them. But this year, Marks and Spencer's do Brussels sprouts in butter and Marmite, because lots of Marmite stuff is exclusive to Marks and Spencer's. But the problem with Marks and Spencer's is they advertise their shit, then it never fucking shows up. I mean, I'm still waiting for my cheese and Marmite crumpets. Marks and Spencer, what happened to those? Anyway, so what's in here? Cheddar cheese, pasteurized milk, sprout ketchup, 7%, Brussels sprouts, water, doesn't give me a value there, just says Brussels sprout water, white sugar, white wine, vinegar, onion, onion flakes, salt, cracked black pepper, and cloves. So, you know, that's got potential, I feel. That's got potential. 90 grams. There you go, 90 grams for £1, you know. Get a whole fucking block of badass cheddar for that. Let's have a look at what else I've got. I've got 2 Christmas bakes from ASDA. Now, the reason I bought these is, last year in fact, and they did it again this year, and you can buy them in Iceland as well. Greggs do a Christmas bake, which is chicken and stuffing and a bunch of other things. I can't remember quite what's in it. It was alright. Excuse me. It was alright. And obviously most of their stuff you can buy as a range in Iceland. The problem with that is the stuff that's in Greggs is clearly superior to Iceland. Was answered the question I asked last year, which is if Greggs actually run out of stock, do they just nip over, because this is where it is in Bedminster, just nip over the road to Iceland and buy all their shit from there? Anyway, so ASDA thought, because it was extremely popular, they jump on that bandwagon and make one themselves. And to be fair, I do like pastry bakes. Who doesn't? So let's see what's in here. 2 Christmas bakes with tender chicken breast, smoked bacon pieces, liking this already, win. I don't think Greggs had those. By all means, if you've had it, correct me if I'm wrong. Smoked bacon pieces, pork and cranberry stuffing and a rich gravy wrapped in flaky puff pastry and topped with cheese and herb crumb. So that's got potential. So basically bacon, pork, cranberry, gravy and cheese and herbs on the outside. Now, here's the thing, it's a Christmas bake, so I know turkey is more expensive than chicken, but I'm willing to pay. Can't someone, when they do their festive bake, or whatever it is, you know, whatever product that they substitute turkey for chicken with, just bloody charge me the extra money and put turkey in it. I'm a big boy, I can handle it. So, that's those bad boys. Whether or not they look like the box remains to be seen, but let's see what's in it. So it says on the outside, chicken breast pieces, smoked bacon pieces and a gravy sauce and pork and cranberry stuffing encased in puff pastries topped with cheese and herbs, breadcrumb. You told me that on the front, don't need to see it again. So, ingredients, water, fortified wheat flour, flour, calcium carbonate, iron, niacin, B3, thiamine, B1, chicken breast, 20%, that's not boding well, is it? Palm oil, pork belly, 4%, smoked bacon, 2%. These are all extremely small figures, ASDA. This was like £2, I think, so £1 a slice. Pork, water, salt, preservatives, sodium nitrate again, next to sodium nitrate, thanks for that. I mean, maybe it was a typo. Antioxidants, sodium sorbate, onions, onions are right down there, sweet and dried cranberries, 1%. They're really spoiling us, aren't they? Sugar cranberries, rapeseed oil, basically, and then obviously milk, wheat, barley. So, because obviously you can't be trusted to look after your own allergies. So, let's see what the traffic lights are. Energy, 70%, fat, 21% of your daily allowance. Saturates, 35% of your daily allowance. That's in one bake, mind. So basically, I eat both of them, which I plan on fully doing. Then you're 70% of your saturates, your fat saturates. Sugars 4% and salt 17%. Cooking instructions from Frozen. Remove all packaging and place on a baking tray. Some of the breadcrumb may have come loose in the carton, so resprinkle this back on top of the bakes. Cook in the centre of a preheated oven. Take care with hot filling. Yeah. Again, because we're all pussies and we can't be trusted to look after ourselves. From Frozen, 200 degrees Celsius or 400 degrees Fahrenheit. I care not for the Fahrenheit, but hey, it told us for once. I'm going to say fan, 200 degrees Celsius. Gas mark 6. 25 to 30 minutes, therefore I'm going to go for 30 minutes and I'm going to cook both of these bad boys. So as always, I do these videos in real time, so let's leave this up here. Let's take this bad boy downstairs and bang him in the oven. Right, so I've opened the box and I have to say some of the topping may come off. What bloody topping? There's no topping on it. Look at that. And look at that. Seriously? Maybe I got a rogue batch. Anyway, to be fair, they have weight, and off the top of my mind, I would say that they're probably pretty much exactly the same size. as the Greggs ones. To be fair, they're probably even made in the same bloody factory. It's often the way with these things. So it's, I don't know why the lights come back on. You just went off now and you were preheated. Oh, sorry, shoes. Bang these bad boys in. And we're gonna come back at 1/2 That's pretty much between 25 to 30 minutes. So yeah, see you in about half an hour. Right, so pretty much bang on, I would say. I gotta say, it does smell really, really nice in here. I don't know if I would say I can smell, you know, chicken or meat itself. I can definitely smell really, really nice pastry. So let's see what these bad boys look like. Well, they're hemorrhaging. So, ooh, man down, man down. Right, let's have a look at the box. Product. Box. Product. What do they smell like? Ooh, ooh. They smell of a really, really rich gravy. There is a little bit going on, I guess, on top. I don't know if I'd say it was as generous as what's going on the box, but my mouth's gone into tap. They smell fantastic. Smell of really, really rich gravy now. Oh, basically they smell like a pie. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Right, so let's take these bad boys upstairs. Get me some knockoff supermarket lemonade. The knockoff Lilt's in the porch, which is my extra large fridge at this time of year. Right, so let's see what these bad boys taste like. Alrighty, let's get into this bad boy, or as I should say, these bad boys. And for once, I'm not rocking an Iceland product, am I? I feel like I'm cheating on a mistress. Right, let's try the, it still makes me laugh, the Brussels sprouts, cheddar. With Brussels sprout Brussels sprout ketchup. Why do you make these things so bloody hard to get into? I don't want to have to go downstairs. I don't want my food to get cold. Right. Just smells of cheddar. I don't know if you can. There's no colouring to it or anything like that. I don't know what I was expecting. Some sort of green speckle, if you will, but it just smells like cheddar. Let's cut a piece out. Let's be generous, shall we? I think that's generous. So, if it's flavoured with Brussels sprout ketchup, I was expecting some form of colour to it, but ketchup, Brussels sprout. I can't talk. I'm hungry. I'm weakened, if you will. Brussels sprout cheddar. That's very odd. Good odd, not bad odd. It's actually very nice. Go for a second reading, if you will. But first, a palate cleanse. Palate cleanse. I'm thirsty. Right, excuse me, Windy Pops, where are my manners? For mild cheddar, I like my cheddar to be like, literally blow my head off. But for mild cheddar, that's not bad. It's actually got, you know, quite a decent, strongish taste to it. And then, you get the immediate hit of the cheddar, and then, a very subtle, but it's there and you can definitely taste it, Brussels sprout taste. I don't know what I was expecting, you know, sort of, because it's ketchup apparently, Brussels sprout ketchup they flavoured it with, to be a little bit more sort of, I don't know, fake or exaggerated, but there's a definite Brussels sprout taste, once the cheddar kind of, you know, the strength of the cheddar goes away. I would definitely recommend this bad boy, seriously. And you can only get it at Christmas, so if you want to try it, if you like Brussels sprouts, and who doesn't, get it. I'm going to have to go and get a load of these now. because they're going to be discontinued. Damn it! Christmas products. That's it. I'm done. You know, however good or bad these are, it doesn't matter. We have a winner today, ladies and gentlemen, and it is Brussels sprout. It is Bruce, the Brussels sprouts. Cheddar, what does it say? It doesn't say ketchup on the front, does it? Brussels sprout cheddar. Anyway, let's have a look at one of these bad boys. They are really nice and crispy. This smells really, really nice. Greg's, I know it's not Greg's pastry. Let's cut into one of them. Because more often than not, sometimes these are like a pocket of hot air, aren't they? To be fair, ASDA, they haven't stimped on the filling, and that smells fantastic now. Oh, right, 2 tears in a bucket. Fuck it. Right. The gravy's really, really rich, but it's just your sort of standard pie gravy. Think Greg's, basically. And that's, you know, that's absolutely fine. I have no problem with that. There is a little bit of a herby taste from the top, which is amazing when you consider how little topping it has on it. And the pastry is really, really, really nice, flaky, light and crunchy. I can taste the chicken, and I can taste a little bit of bacon. I'm not sure if I can taste the cranberry. Excuse me, I'm a pig. No. And there we go. There's a little bit of cranberry. It's quite nice actually because it's not super, super, super strong. I'm not a massive fan of sweet stuff, you know, dessert-based stuff in my savoury, you know, sort of products. It's why I don't put, you know, mint on lamb. Mint is a dessert. It's why I don't put apple sauce on pork. Apple sauce is a dessert. That's why, you know, I'm glad that the cranberry's in there, because obviously it wouldn't be very festive otherwise, would it? And I can taste a little bit of seasoning, stuffing as well. Do you know what? That's not half bad. For what I can recall, and it's been a year, so, you know, take this with a grain of salt, that's a far superior product to the Greg's one. Whether the Greg's one in Iceland is, you know, any better, I doubt it, but this is really nice. Massive hit of stuff in them. Really, really nice. I recommend these. The pastry's really nice, light, flaky, crusty, crunchy. There is a little bit of a herby taste on the top. And then you bite into it and you get the really, really rich gravy, pie gravy, which I'm fine with. Then you get a little hint of bacon. It's not massively strong, but there are a bit, you know, decent chunks in there. You can't see them because of the colour of the gravy. And then you get, you know, a little hint of cranberry. But I would say the predominant, you know, I think I just flipped you all off then. Sorry. The predominant flavour in there is stuffing and gravy. But I'm absolutely fine with that. These are an absolute winner. Like I said, I think they were no more than £2. I don't have the receipt, it was a month ago when I bought them, but yeah, these are absolute winner. Again, maybe I'll have to buy a few of these and bang them in the freezer, but the real star of the show is this bad boy. So, I recommend both of these. The more I eat this, the hungrier I get. But this is an absolute winner. If you like cheese, who doesn't? If you like Brussels sprouts, who doesn't? And if you don't, I don't care. Honestly, get your ass to ASDA and buy this. It's £1, but it's totally worth it because it's really, really, really nice. And as always, I'd love to know what you think, especially if you've had these and this. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.